the guy who is responsible for the bullhorn and for bringing out, I know, lots of you. So I want to thank, we couldn't have gotten where we are today without Jim. So I want to thank him very much. The unique thing about this rally is that it's actually a rally to thank one of our supporters. Congressman Cummings is really a retiree hero, and we have a little certificate to thank him about this. He is supporting us 100% on our issues here, and there are two major issues that the AFL-CIO nationally and progressive groups all around the country are supporting in this fiscal cliff negotiations. They are raising taxes so that the rich, that is people who make more than $250,000, and that's taxable income we're talking about, pay their fair share of taxes, and that there are no cuts in Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. So those are our key issues. We're drawing attention today. Today is International Human Rights Day, and we believe that retirement security is a human right, and that Americans need to be able to count on this, especially as traditional pensions and personal savings disappear. The fact is that the 98% or 99% have been giving for the last 30 years. Most of the, in fact, almost all of the gains in income in the last 30 years in real income have gone to the top 10% of people in this country. That's why we're here today, actually, to make sure that we're heard and not just those fat cat donors, who stand to benefit from this, are the people that are heard. So. Again, I want to thank you. Our program will go like this. We have a few chants that we'd like to join in after we have a few remarks. And I've asked two of our leaders to speak about their own personal experiences with Medicare and Social Security. So I'm going to start with Ken. Ken Kovac is a retired steel worker. He is a long-time political activist who is very much engaged in legislative stuff with the steelworkers even now and on a national level. And he's a member of the Steelworkers Active Retirees Group, otherwise known as SOAR.
And all of us have something in common here, and something that's at stake. And you young people too. It's just as important for you now as it is for us. And I can tell you, when I was young, and I'm 86 now, people would say, oh, I'll never get my Social Security. Well, here I am at 86, and I'm receiving my Social Security. My wife is receiving hers, and we pay our premiums out of Social Security for Medicare, and it's been a boon to us. I've had open heart surgery, emergency surgery for a gallbladder. I've had other problems that I don't want to go into. My wife has, I could elongate this talk too long, But the whole point is that Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid is paid for by us. We own it. It's about us, all of us. And we deserve what we have coming for the time we've put in to make the program possible and to make it last. In addition, when you stop to think of our economy today, the average Social Security payment for 56 million people is just over $12,000 a year. You multiply that by 56 million. That's a lot of money that's going into a poor economy with the kinds of contributions we've made all our life and with people that are making their contribution today. Where would this economy be today without that kind of push from senior citizens that have earned it, deserve it, and shouldn't have it taken away from them. Another good point to make is that people are saying now, just in the last couple of weeks, that Social Security, our leaders are saying, we haven't contributed a dime to the deficit. Well, a couple of weeks ago, a couple of Republicans came out and said, we are causing some debt to the Social Security program and the national debt. And he explains it by saying the government pays interest on the money they borrow from Social Security. Okay? How many of you have ever borrowed money to buy a car or your house or furniture? Everybody here. Everybody here. And you expect to pay interest on it. We expect, if you're taking money that belongs to us, that belongs to the Social Security Trust Fund, that belongs to the Medicare Trust Fund, if you're taking it from us, we deserve the same kind of interest in payment that anybody that's in business takes. And I hope you take that part of the message home with you. I want to finish by saying we're one of a small part of a huge rally that's going on all over the country. And that's these candlelight groups that are in town halls and churches and locations, whether it's in front of a member of Congress's office or what have you. They're going on all over the country. There was one on Capitol Hill today as well. And it's good. It puts people together. It brings people together. And that's what we as seniors and citizens are all about. We're all for you and we're all together. So thanks very much, Frank, for introducing me and giving me a chance to say a few words. I really appreciate it. Good luck, God bless you, and have a merry holiday.
Yay, good job.
Most of you know Jim Baldridge, so Jim's going to tell us a little bit about what Medicare means to him and his family. I see Jim knows how to do it. He's got
Four score and wait a minute.
He didn't tell you, Ken. You use that.
Rather than hold the bullhorn in front of my face, I'll just hold the microphone in front of my face. Jim Baldridge. I work with the Alliance for Retired Americans and with the Retirees Committee in Formation for SEIU 1199 in Baltimore. I typed out some remarks because I tend to ramble when I get in front of a crowd with a microphone in my hand. So this way I'll stay on. This way I'll stay on. Is that better?
Yep.
This way I'll stay on topic. I'm a veteran, like some of you may be, and that when veterans get together, they are likely to tell all kinds of war stories and lies, and so that's why I stick to a printed thing. Which reminds me. About 45 years ago, when I enlisted, wait a minute, that's not on my list here. Let me put on my glasses so I can read.
Oh, good.
So many of us who retire at 65 or 66 do so, not because they have sacks of cash, but because they need to for health reasons. It's why I retired shortly after my 65th birthday last year. I couldn't do it anymore. Raising the Medicare eligibility age to 67 would mean a significant, even debilitating cut in benefits for workers like me, whose bodies say it's time to stop. If I and others in similar circumstances needed to retire 1 or 2 years before Medicare kicks in, how much would it cost us to buy health insurance on our own on the open market? How many could not afford to buy it at all? How many would have to forego health care, period? How many would therefore become ill, perhaps seriously, perhaps fatally? There are other proposals to control the rising costs of Medicare, some bad, a few good. Cut Medicare payments to health care providers, docs and hospitals, higher premiums, vouchers. How about this? Medicare for all. Instead of reducing benefits by increasing costs, how about increasing the size of the pool to include everyone, not just seniors? How about taking the profit out of healthcare insurance? These points may be for a different time when we aren't trying to stop the conservative right wing from using this fiscal cliff or debt crisis as wedges used to ruin Medicare. It has been their fervent wish to eliminate it since it was signed into law 47 years ago. We, the Alliance for Retired Americans, and many others celebrated this 47th birthday of Medicare this past July. We appreciate the support we get from some in Congress, Congressman Cummings foremost among those in the House of Representatives, what ARA calls our Medicare heroes. It's our job to keep up the pressure on those who support it as weak, maybe too weak to save Medicare as we know it. The Alliance for Retired Americans and millions of others say, Cummings, Cummings, he's our guy. Make tea party, whine and cry. Create jobs, not fiscal crises.
Let's not forget dental. I just came from the dentist and it cost me a fortune.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Excuse me, buddy.
That's covered on American Heroes. Retirees, seniors, and workers need more security, not less. No tax cuts for the 2%, no benefit cuts to seniors. No tax cuts for the 2%, no benefit cuts to Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. Protect our benefits, we pay for them. No deal is better than a bad deal. Stand strong.
All right.